Oh hey, in this video I'm going to show you how I turned this scrap piece of wood into this beautiful desktop pen and ink holder. So fun fact, I collect fountain pens. I have like 20 of them last time I counted, and a lot of inks. And on my desk at home, they kind of just sit there in the side. So I wanted this beautiful thing to hold my pens. And like most of my art and my paintings, the inspiration comes from a random idea I have, and then I make it. So the process started with, I decided I was going to cut the grooves first, and they were measured with enough space so that my fingers could grab in between. Because if they were too close together, then there wasn't space for the fingers to go in between to grab. But if they were too far, then the piece would be too big. So this was the perfect measurement, scientifically backed by my own napkin calculations, to have enough space and visually be well spaced. So I cut those, and then I also cut the edges, but I didn't cut the piece off yet until I finished all these cuts, and then I could decide where the right cut would be once I got near the end. So after I got done doing all those with the router, I came in here to make the ink bottle holding area. That's the official term, and that's what they call it in the industry. So I had a bit, and I had to cut a little opening first to get the bit down in there, because the bit didn't have, the cutting edge was only on the sides, not on the bottom. So I couldn't go down with the bit, I could only go side to side with the bit. So the only bit that I have that could cut down was this pointed bit. So I had to use that and kind of create a little area so that the other bit could come in here and cut away this whole thing, which was kind of fun and super satisfying. If you've never worked with it is one of the most satisfying power tools out there that I've ever used. So just to like watch the wood disappear while I'm moving this thing around, very powerful, very fun. So that's basically it. The whole process took about 45 minutes. And then came time to figure out how to finish the wood. I love the natural look of the oak, so I didn't want to stain it like I have in other projects. So I used my handy dandy AI tool, shout out to Grok, and I just asked it, which is like wild that we can just like talk to AI instead of Googling things. I was just like, hey, I'm working on this thing. I like the way the oak looks, so I want a natural finish that protects it, but kind of keeps the natural look. Gave me some options, helped me choose, and we had a little chit chat, and I ended up going with Danish oil. First time using it. It came out great. The color's beautiful. You can see the grain, the texture. It feels really nice. Oh, I sanded it to 320 grit before I finished it. And it's just beautiful. So before further ado, let's cut to the beauty shots. You know, there's a lot of little imperfections in this that I see. I intentionally was working a little bit quickly on it and kind of winging it. The length of these pen slots are not all the same. I could have put guides on the edges to hit, but I was kind of just going by hand. Because to me, what was the priority in this project was getting it done and having it be good enough versus having it be perfect. And having it be perfect is possible and would have meant probably double or triple the time spent on this, which isn't a problem, but to me, I didn't value the perfection in this project as much as I valued just getting it done and then going on and enjoying my life. So there's also a lot of these little burn marks from, I guess, where the bit was spinning in one place too long, or there was too much friction or something. I'm not exactly sure why those happen in some places and not others, but also here I like royally messed up and was able to smooth it out. But overall, that's something I talk about a lot in creativity. So if you're watching this and you're an artist, creator, perfection, progress, good enough, is better than perfection if you're actually trying to finish things and get them done. So, but I digress. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, like and subscribe. I post mostly about my art, but sometimes about random creative projects. And most importantly, if you want to be the first to find out about new art and other cool projects that I'm doing, sign up to my email newsletter on my website. Check it out. And until then, see ya around.